89.5 FM, the mother of all community radio stations in Africa. In studio, I have somebody I haven't spoken to in like years. Like Iminyaka, somebody I once asked, why happened to Damani? What happened to Damani? Eventually, umdala asked what happened.
Yeah, man.
I'm just up studio. Jeromali Planga.
Aye, Siva. Thanks, man. Man. Just fever and all that. But yeah, we're glad to be alive. Good to have this opportunity. Yeah.
I know you fever in India,
Yeah,
sure. Figures Nyaga, village is part of so.
Anybody wears a back man.
So, what else we are cook with what I guess away, but
yeah, but extend that. Yeah. Yeah, man. But life is good, yeah.
Life is good.
Yeah.
All right, that's what's happening. As I said, it's been a while, man. What have you been busy with? I see you've got an album out called Mali Blanga Project. We'll talk about that. But what else have you been busy with? It's been a while since
Yeah, since the last time I was here, I was busy finishing the project. You know, a project on its own, there's like a time frame. It's a time factor. A project. You can't say I'll do this tomorrow, because there are other factors that might intervene.
Yes.
They affect as or time frames was big. So I was busy cooking this up and conceptualizing the album.
Yes.
And finally it was done. I finished it in February. I released it in March. Okay. Yeah, it's a 12-track album, original songs, yeah.
Okay. Please, madam, I know you from back there, Days of the Culture Crew and
Backyard Crew, man.
Backyard Crew,
yeah,
and all of that. But I'm sure about our partner still like, okay, who is this man? Please give us a brief introduction to Onyumdu. Brief introduction, and then we can get this thing going.
Okay, for starters, Umali Blanga is a storyteller. I'm from Beaufort West, originally born and bred, and I came to Cape Town many years ago to study, and I worked here. And I've always wanted to tell stories, my stories, your stories, everyone's stories that fascinated me about, and to highlight some of the things that have influenced my being, so that I can share it with others, so that they can also, sikhule sifundisane, sikhabulisane,
Yes.
So I chose the medium of music to do that because I love music.
Yeah.
And because I wanted to do it in a musical way, I engaged myself with the Backyard Crew, of course, because I loved what they were doing as well. So in the process, I managed to learn about the ins and outs of the music industry and all that, I also took musical lessons, guitar, to be specific, bass guitar and acoustic guitar. And that is the basis and the foundation of my project. So the long and short of it, Mali Blanga is that person.
The mother of bass guitar, voice I can bass
Aliko. Yeah, man.
So tell us more. Let's go straight into this project. Mali Blanga project. It's straight
Sure.
What's the idea behind it?
Like I said, it's storytelling. The title Ndombelele. Anyone who knows the culture and the heritage, everything is about ingoma.
Yes.
So ugombela basically means ukucula with that African hand clap and foot stomping and humming and all that, So that is the essence of my music. Okay. It's very traditional singing. But I've added some modern elements because I've been influenced by jazz, by soul, by R&B, you name it, So I try to incorporate
all of these things,
all those things that influenced me, that I liked, and I added that into my project. So telling the stories, it's all about the story, yes. But obviously you have the accompaniment of good music,
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, if you had to put this as a genre, what genre do you think it would fall under?
You would have to put a gun against my head for me to
For you to
say
say,
that, you
"Ma,
know,
Mamela."
because ngizawuqamba something engekhoyo ke ngoku, uyabona. But like I said, it's a blend of all these genres, man. But because the industry dictates ukuthi you must box
must
it, you know.
box yourself into this.
Yeah, and then when this tune it's Afro jazz, you know, and someone would just say it's jazz.
It's jazz.
Yeah,
Jazz.
yeah, but like,
Yeah.
everyone is open to their opinions.
And
you
then
know.
in terms of ke ngoku uspaya nabani?
There are people who helped me to play the instruments because I only play guitars and vocals, of course.
Yes, sir.
I've done about 95% of the backing vocals by myself. I've called in Aluta, beautiful lady Asekalicha, who came out with the single yakhe ngoku ethi Ndivendikhala. She did some backing vocals, and Upem was in Yanga East, Pem Lunguza, and another young man who was a Makaza. So they also helped the backing vocals. A friend of mine who taught me to play guitar, Undo Danzila, he played the bass guitar on some of the songs there. And an old buddy of mine, Uzuko, Mbombo, he played the keyboards. So everything that has to do with keyboards and whatever, Uzuko, all Paya. Lumwanyano Mzi, a lot of people know him as a young drummer, yes, at Daft. He played some drums there and some of the songs. So basically, I had,
It's a mixture of
you know, and people that I know, people that I've seen playing, and I, you know, once the day I decide to work on an album, I would like that guy to play drums. I'd like that guy to play because they have got this distinct touch that I like, you know.
Yes.
It may not be the best, but hey, it worked for me, it appealed to me.
Yes.
So it's those kind of things. And I also want to uplift Nabanya band, man. I don't want to make this all by myself. I could try, you know. But if man has any influences, I would come with this bass line. Gundo, the same feel to Nancy bass line that I had in mind. Kaufake, your
Small,
feel,
yeah.
yabo. And then it comes up with something crazy. I'm like, yeah, man, the song comes alive more than I had in mind. So it's into ezinjalo, yeah.
And then uqala kwakho from track 1 when we plan kwakho because obviously before you span album it needs proper planning. You don't just wake up uthi bona ngo sive let's do the album. It needs proper planning. From day 1 we plan ngoku I've got this project in my hand as we speak. Is it what you planned from day 1 and things just
It evolved because you learn other lessons along the way. You get other influences. You know, I've got a 5-year-old baby girl, you know, and that girl just brings another level of energy into me, you know.
Yes.
And I make songs as well because she's my number 1 fan.
Yes.
And like I said, other experiences and the go through some things that I witnessed, I'd like to tell, you know. So yeah, change or whatever I had in mind. The album itself, I started working on it like physically 3 years ago. That is now choosing the concept, trying to come up with songs. And I started writing songs like 10 years ago when I played the guitar. So hence it's a project. It's not something that you wake up and I'm going to record an album. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah. So it's like 10 years in the making. And 3 years ago, I started physically working in studio and selecting song and choosing whatever. Hence the final product now.
And then when it comes to your background hip hop that you have, how did it help you with the project?
Like I said, stories.
Yes.
You know, keep it real.
Yes.
The boys that I call them boys, they are young men. The guys that I worked with, you know, Backyard Crew, Oswikantu, OPs or Mike Substance, some ladies, and some that I've witnessed they perform that I loved hearing them performing. Ukanyi Waseku, Ukanyi Mavi, Jumanska, you know, those are people who come with real stories. That inspired me. It's not about the genre they use, but it's the content, you know, Onrulamti. Those are people that I respect because they keep it real. Whatever they're saying, it's what they've gone through, whether physically they've witnessed it, but it affected them one way or the other because ubomi is tough, you know. Yeah, so that is how hip hop has sort of added to what I have been doing. I love hip hop as a genre, the creativity, the wordplay, whatever, you know. But it's the realness of hip hop that is the main thing. It's not the beat, it's not the hype around it.
I keep telling Abanda that hip hop changed. Hip hop used to be the realness. Umuntu is ikhupha inhliziyo yakhe apha
Yeah,
who's
well,
telling
yeah.
you the story, but at the same time you get captivated and you listen to this story. It's not it's lit.
Yeah.
It's beat.
Hey,
It's, hey.
you know, I don't even know what is being lit. You know, people talk about, they sing about money and whatever, cars and women. Some of them don't even have that. It's nice to aspire to those things, you know, but there's other realnesses like love, disappointment, hate, anger. You know, those are some of the things that people need to, you don't always have to sing about negative stuff.
Yes.
I mean, like I said, love is beautiful, you know.
Love is very good.
Yeah, so those are kind of things that inspire me, you know.
Project Yako, where can people get it, Tamali?
It's available on iTunes, Okala, and Google Play.
Okay.
And secondly, if you are based in Joburg, you go to OR Tambo Music Moods. They have the physical copy there.
I bought earphones there. But I lost my earphones at the airport, and then I walked around the airport. I saw exactly that shop.
Yeah.
Walked in, got earphones, got busted in the airplane. I'm like, I can't even turn back.
Yeah.
I'm already on the airplane.
Askis, man. Sorry for bringing you back those bad memories.
No.
Yeah. And if you go onto my my page, my Facebook page, the Mali Project, Mali Planga Project. If you go on Twitter, Mali Planga, go on
Yes.
Instagram, whatever, just holler at me and I can arrange. If you're around Cape Town or wherever, dikuthumele ikopi yakho. I sell them for $100. If you're funeke ndithumele ngeposi, just add okuncane nje, you know, for email.
For la mail.
Yeah, man, you know.
Uvaya.
Yeah, I sell it for $100. Music Moose sell it for $139, you know, because yeah. So yeah, it's available. If you holler me, inbox me, and then we can arrange.
All right, that's what's happening. It's available. Inbox Umali, and then he'll make sure that you get your copy of the album. It's out there. It is a 12-track album. I'm guessing from the track one, there's which is in Nand. We're gonna play you another song before we actually close this interview because we have to make time for Indaba as well. Anything new coming up after this?
No, I still have to spread this out as wide as possible. You know, like I said, it's fairly brand new because it came out in March, and I'm doing distribution all by myself. You know, it's a hustle out there. You know, trying to compete with established artists, trying to knock at doors, and people like Kumbani, Mali Blanc, like Mali Blanc. You know, so you have to try and get people to sort of help you to work on certain things. You know, but yeah, man. Before I can think of doing a follow-up, whatever,
You have to get this right.
people have to hear this, you know.
It has to go out right.
People have to hear this. These are stories, you know. It has to go out there.
All right. Kumanyam, on my side, and goes.
No, man, mandibulele kuni, man. And I also have to thank my business partner, Umashoni, Samasisa Kitashe, and Umuni, and Upizi, Wase, Evershine Records. You know, those are some of the young engineers who assisted me when I came up with an idea. And, you know, I don't have engineering skills. Whatever I do, they're going to refine and all that, you know. So I trouble them with a lot of their time. So I want to shout out to them and big up for all the good work they're doing for other artists as well.
I saw Mashonisa the other day. We had a chat.
Yeah.
A good chat, actually.
Yeah.
Me and my friend. We had just a good chat about Tulo.
Yeah.
It's good to know that such producers, because it's talented, such producers are still actually, you know, working. Because
And they're still passionate about
they're
it.
still passionate about it. And talented you find that umuntu are so involved and waste of talent.
Yeah,
Waste of
yeah.
talent.
But the game is cruel. That's the thing, you
I
know.
know.
Some people feel good
I know.
Umculo hasn't been faithful or rewarding to them, you know. And you see this guy up and coming, he's like, boom, there. The next thing, they've got like a pinky of the talent that you have, you know. But yeah, nothing is fair after
It's
all.
just like those one nebholeni ngawukholina kuba ukhimana etox nento yonke like wadlala ibhola wena utalent unayo una nix dlala bona it's almost the same thing but
Enough said.
consistency
Yeah.
and all that, it pays off at the end
Yeah,
of the day,
man.
you know. That's what I believe. But
Yeah.
shout out to Mashonisa.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, brother man.
Yeah,
Keep doing
man.
what you do.
And there are many others, you know, Opuzo, they're
Many
still
others,
hustling
yes,
and all
many
that, you know.
others that are still trying to get this thing going.
Yeah.
Shout out to you guys. Damali, thank you.
No, thank you guys for having me here, man. Yeah.
All right, we're gonna play out with the Inwadi, your time.